All right, man. YouTube family was good. I want to before I even begin this little soon time story time, I want to thank y'all for tapping into the channels always. We just hit 700 last night, so I want to just give y'all praise and just appreciate you guys for supporting with the channel, the movement, all that good stuff. All right, so I'm gonna cut right to it. So I happened to meet this older woman. This woman happens to be early 60s at that. I don't want to disclose her name, but anyway, I met her. She happened to be my Lyft driver, so I had to go run some errands. So I took a Lyft, right? And very sweet lady, super nice. Mind you, it was raining. Normally I don't take Lyft rides, but where I'm currently at, it was pouring this morning. It was pretty bad. So I was on my way making some moves. Unfortunately, it was pouring. I needed to take a lift to get to where I needed to go. So I happened to have a Lyft ride. My fault. So I happened to Lyft. Now, from my experiences, I used to use Uber when needed, but Lyft happens to be more. Again, it's all. Excuse me. It's all. What's the word I'm looking for? It's all preferences, but for me, Lyft has been pretty beneficial because I guess I get perks because I use it pretty often as of late. So anywho, so she happens to pick me up, and we're heading towards the destination where I'm getting dropped off. So she starts to now. Granted, as you guys see in the title, it's gonna all resonate with what I'm saying. So we're on our way to the destination, and she tells me that she had a passenger, a woman I guess before me. She picked up. So this woman happens to be Asian, even though race is not a factor, but she happened to be an Asian woman. She didn't specify her age, and she was saying that she was on the phone with her man, her dude, and her dude happens to have an ex wife. So he was going ham on the Asian girl, right? The Asian girl that got picked up. The dude was going ham on his Asian woman. So she was crying when she was getting picked up by the Lyft driver that picked me up. Mind you, this is prior to me getting picked up, right? So the woman basically was telling her that, you know, everybody uses somebody to a degree, right? To uh, to benefit their situation in a way. We all get used, right? It's just a matter of how much you get used. So she was trying to, I guess, calm her down and tell her that, you know, you got to put yourself first before anybody. And I've always been big on that since I've been on this YouTube thing and just who I am as a person. I'm just strongly believe you can't help anybody unless you help yourself, right? Now, granted, everybody has different situations and go through things. It's life shit. I get it. But at the same time, nobody got you like you. So she was kind of emphasizing that to her. And then she kind of pretty much she kind of had damn, what's that word I'm looking for? They be saying it in church. Oh my goodness. The woman that's telling me, that my Lyft driver that's telling me the story about the Asian woman, the Lyft driver is now breaking down her testimony. That's what it is. So she's breaking down her testimony where she was in a relationship with her child's father for 6 years or whatnot, and they broke up. Mind you, her kids are grown. She's 60 plus years old. She doesn't look 60 at all, so shout out to her. I don't want to disclose her name because the fact that she even gave me this information and told me, not information, but she told me her testimony or whatnot. So fast forward, her child's father happened to be a pimp. And I'm like, this is where everything started intertwined with the title. So I'm like, oh, this is the first time I actually met a pimp. And mind you, I know in the South, you know, pimping is like a big thing. Comment down below if I'm misconstrued. Now, I'm sure I know the pimps is really out in the South. I don't know if they still doing it. It's none of my business, right? So she tells me that she kind of got lost in the sauce dealing with the child's father, and she kind of lost herself. And she said that she had to call it off because she felt that she got manipulated or abused or whatever. Like she got emotionally abused from what she was saying, And what all I'm saying is where this all calls down to is the fact that nobody got you like you at the end of the day. You gotta put yourself first, regardless of any situation or any scenario you're going through in life. Life shit happens, it happens to all of us, but the most important thing is never giving up and always pushing through, no matter how hard shit gets. Always keep God first, keep whoever you believe in first, and then pursue and do what you gotta do. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I thought it was kind of interesting that she was open enough to talk to me about that. She ain't go into details, but I was like, I never encountered anybody that is a pimp. Now I encountered other things, but a pimp was the first time. So I'm like, oh. But that's nothing to glorify. I'm just pretty much just trying to have y'all understand and connect with the fact that the older woman and the Asian woman had a connection because the fact that they felt they were getting used and manipulated to a degree by their significant other. And that's just an example of just somebody that's watching this right now might be going through. So all I'm saying is, don't, regardless of whatever you got going on, keep pushing. Make sure you put yourself first. And don't give up on yourself. I think when it gets tough, a lot of people tend to give up on themselves, and they tend to get to a point where they get desperate and they're looking for anything. And you never want to get to that point. But anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. Shout out to the missus that shared that story with me. And that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I thought that was pretty interesting. So yeah. So anywho, again, thank you guys so much. I will be dropping another video. I'll probably be live streaming tonight. As I always do. The grind don't stop. We keep pushing. We keep moving forward. And be on the lookout for more vids. I'm going to catch y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Deuces. Yeah.